The Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology clarifies that the 5.2 magnitude earthquake in Davao Oriental early Thursday was not an aftershock of the 6.3 magnitude earthquake in North Cotabato Wednesday night. PHIVOLCS says what rocked North Cotabato was a movement of the local fault. The Davao Oriental's quake, meanwhile, originated from the Philippine Trench.
Yung sources ng earthquake, yung isa nasa dagat, yung isa nasa lupa, so hindi sila magkaugnay.
PHIVOLCS researcher Jeffrey Perez allays the public's fears of a tsunami threat on both provinces. He says the epicenter of the North Cotabato quake is in the East Tulunan, while the Davao Oriental quake was deep enough that it cannot trigger a tsunami.
Kung sakali mang may tsunami, hindi na tayo maghihintay ng isang oras, 2 oras, kundi mga 15 minutes, 20 minutes na dyan na yung tsunami.
PHIVOLCS commends the local government units for taking precautionary measures by suspending classes and offices immediately. Perez urges affected residents to check the ceilings and walls of their houses for cracks. If possible, he says, they must hire engineers to inspect their houses.
Kailangan ding tignan kung yung mga bahay ng mga kababayan natin ay nagkaroon ng significant na damage. Kasi yun yung pwedeng magkaroon ng aftershock sa medyo malakas, pwedeng bumigay siya.
Residents must also expect the worst and be prepared for aftershocks. For now, PHIVOLCS is studying the still unknown local fault which triggered the North Cotabato earthquake and determine if the area can already be considered seismically active. For News 5 versus Nagit, we are One News.
To give us an update on the Mindanao earthquake, joining us on the line is the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council spokesperson, Mark Timbal. Mr. Timbal, good evening.
Sir Robbie, good evening, and to our viewers and listeners, good evening.
Mr. Timbal, we've had more than 300 aftershocks. Are we expecting more?
Hopefully, this will settle down, Sir Robbie, but we're still waiting for a confirmation from our scientists in PHIVOLCS. They are the specialists, and we rely on them for a definitive answer on that one.
Okay, in the meantime po, maybe you could give us an update on the evacuation efforts. How many families and residents exactly are affected right now?
Yeah, so far, sir, as what we have, based on the reports that we have received, a total of 2,555 persons were affected by the earthquake. And these families, a total of 511 families were evacuated after the earthquake last night.
Are there
some of them, yeah.
Are there any specific needs by the LGUs concerned or the residents directly that people can be cautious of and can perhaps help out on?
So far, sir, here in the national level, we have received reports that the local governments have not requested assistance yet from the higher councils, like the regional council. We interpret this as the local government still being able to bear the brunt of the emergency. Their stockpiles, the relief stockpiles, are still sufficient to cover the needs and necessities of the citizens that had been affected within their jurisdiction. But the national government is ready and waiting in case they would need assistance. The stockpile of the national government, as well as the equipment and personnel, are on standby in case, ready for deployment in case the local governments request for it.
Okay, maraming salamat po. That was Mark Timbal, spokesperson for the NDRRMC. Meanwhile, classes in all levels for both public and private schools in Kinabawan City and Tulunan in Cotabato are still suspended tomorrow. This is due to possible aftershocks following the 6.3 magnitude earthquake that hit the province past 7:30 last night. Work in local government offices, however, will resume.